Hello everybody, this is Alex from Hardcorian Guides, bringing you my guide for Batman Arkham Asylum on hard difficulty, and today is episode 8, and this might be the second or third to last episode in this series, so we're almost pretty much done with the game. What's going to be happening today is going to be a boss fight, and that's going to be probably the only major thing in this entire video, besides collecting, of course, more Riddler trophies and riddles and such, which this very first part of the game, I pretty much spend a little bit of my time running around and collecting things, even though I don't have to necessarily, have commentary for this whatsoever, but I guess I might as well just, kind of give you guys some company while you watch me play through Batman, of course, and hopefully today might be a good day to record. I don't know yet. I was recording some stuff yesterday for, my main channel, but people just have to make a lot of noise, and that just kind of... Well, I'm kind of screwed because I can't just stop the game and then recontinue because I'm playing Doom, the 2016 reboot, so it's not like I can just go back, restart a level or whatever, just be, hunky-dory. No, none of that crap happens. And that would probably be a waste of my time, if anything. So pretty much, of course, you have to deal with the pods, and I want to make mention of something before I get too far into this. This has to do with the audio file. I don't know if the audio file might be coming out from the left or the right. If I try to send the audio, well, in Sony Vegas, then it sounds like it's coming from... I don't know where it's coming from. It sounds like it's probably quieter than it normally would. But when I turn it to the left a little bit more, it sounds like it's, more towards the center than it would naturally be, so... If the sound quality's off, I don't exactly know why it is. I don't know exactly what happened to it, but apparently, I guess, the audio file must have screwed up or something, because I just don't know. Was I able to grab that Riddler trophy with the grappling hook? Because it looked like the circle thing came up. Hang on, guys, I'm going to move my mic closer. Might be a little bit of a noise thing going on there, but I apologize for that. I also apologize for, of course, the computer in the background, which... This does suck. My room is so small. It's so close together. Like, if that was, like, all the way back and, like, behind a room or even, like, behind a door, like a soundproof room, this would be just... I would be grateful for this. But, of course, the only problem is if it was, like, in another room, I'd have to, like, take the cord, stick it underneath the door, and then put it that way, and then watch the monitor that way. That could possibly work, but... At the same time, there's really nowhere in this place, in this household now, that I can do that at, which is unfortunate. But I usually complain about it a lot, but I don't see anybody else complaining about it. So I assume you guys are probably more likely fine with it, but just from what it sounds like, from what I'm hearing, is different from what you guys are hearing too. And I've noticed that too whenever I record videos. Like, you guys hear my voice a lot more than you would hear the background sound, but it's still there, and it's still just as obnoxious as it ever would be. And of course, as soon as I start recording, that's when people decide to start breaking out and try to fucking make noise. As much noise as possible. Of course. I mean, you guys probably more likely can't hear it because I have my gain down as far down as I possibly can. It's funny, like, I usually talk about this kind of stuff a lot, but it's because it's true. This is what's going on. Like, every damn time. I'm never alone. I'm never alone in this fucking place, I'm telling you. And I would be grateful if I could. Hell, if I could actually record out in like a fucking shed or something, I would do it out there too. But, I'm kind of stuck in this. I mean, I know I complain a lot about it, but you guys gotta understand that this is what happens, and hey, just be grateful that I'm even doing this next video too. Like, I enjoy doing, well, you guys don't have to be grateful. I'm the one that has to be grateful I'm even doing it in the first place. But you guys should just be a little bit happy that I'm actually coming back, bringing some episodes back and getting these things back on track again. Because my dumbass decided to stop recording for a while and just... I guess I just fell out of it for a bit, and that was just about it. There was nothing to it. I started playing more games, and, I have work and stuff, and I just can't really work around this that much, and I have my main channel, and it's just like, there's just so much shit going on at one time, and... with the holidays and such. Even though I haven't recorded for God knows how long, but at the same time, you think that's bad. How long did it take me to go from Metal Gear Rising to this? Well, then again, I had Mad World in between this and that, but Mad World got stopped, unfortunately, because I didn't know what the fuck I was doing, and I was too lazy to go grind for lives, so I pretty much just gave up. The problem with this episode is it's going to be a 30-minute episode, which means I have to sit here for 30 minutes and talk about probably more likely nothing. Which can or can't be, which will either be or not be boring, depending on exactly what's going on. It was originally a 40-minute video, but I actually ended up dying quite a bit on the Poison Ivy fight, so there was that. Now, I didn't get all the trophies just yet on the Riddler stuff. We're still missing 39 at the end of this, so next part is going to pretty much be me going for the rest of the stuff, and then I might have one more part. I might have, actually, that could work out, 10 parts, that'd be good. I could have part 9, the rest of the Riddler stuff, and then part 10 will just be the final boss itself. That way I just kind of cut everything into different sections, give people, you know, a little bit of easier, you know, way to tell what I'm doing, pretty much, I guess, instead of just doing this. You know, just doing whatever comes up in the video, which is typically what I did for the entire Let's Play, and I kind of had to, too. You know, I really want to get everything, and I really want to, you know, of course, upgrade myself as well, so that's what I did. It was funny, like, while I was playing, you know, I was talking with my friend at the same time I was doing this, and for some reason I thought that, well, I was distracted, and I kind of thought that maybe I didn't actually click in the cryptograph sequencer part right there. I thought I kind of missed it, but no, the game was like, here you go, you're welcome. So the thing is, I think my computer's probably having a heart attack right now because I'm downloading stuff on Steam right now. Well, there's some games I have downloaded that are updating right now too, and I didn't even know they even had updates coming for them, but apparently they do. Like Shadow Warrior, the Redux, apparently that's getting updated. The same thing with Serious Sam. I'm like, what the fuck? What are you going to update? And it's funny because my brother on Christmas, he bought a bunch of Steam games, and by a bunch I mean like a lot. Like he bought a bunch of Danganronpas, he bought some Hyper Neptunia Dementia, whatever it's called. He even bought Shantae the Pirate Curse, and I was like, you know what? Fuck it. If we're gonna do Family Share thing, which I let him take my games, of course. The only thing I bought was like Doom and Shadow Warrior and Serious Sam, even though he doesn't really take those. He's not interested in those. But like usually he buys like a lot of like Metroidvania games, if anything. And I'm like, you know what? God damn it, I want to play some. It's like I've been playing Shantae 2 quite a bit. I have 1 and 2. I have 1 on the 3DS and I have 2 on PS4. It's just that 1 pisses me off a lot. Just because the mechanics of it just really irritate me. Like, you have to, you know, press square for your... It's like with Donkey Kong, like, but with Donkey Kong, you don't really need to attack enemies. There's really no need to attack enemies at all. You can jump on them. As with Shantae, you have to actually whip them with your hair, and your hair whip happens to be, you know, the attack button. Well, in my case, the square button for PS4. And in that game, that if you hold it down, then you start running. So it's like, do you want to get through the game fast, or do you want to be safe and play the game naturally? It's like, what? No, those should be 2 different things. Hell, at least with, you know, the second game, they make it to where you walk if you hold down the attack button. But even then, like, why do we need an attack, or why do we even need a walk button in the first place? I don't get that at all. Yeah, here's my daily rant for you folks, I guess. But I will say, though, I am definitely enjoying the second game. Definitely. And I checked out gameplay the third game, and that looks fucking awesome. And it's funny, like, one of the guys I watched was complaining about how there's no transformations anymore in the third game, and I'm like, well, these look nice. You know, the pirate's hat and everything, that looks pretty nice. I like this. I like this a lot. And then now we have the 4th game that came out, which is going to get DLC, apparently, so I'm kind of a little bit behind in the Shantae collection, but I'm working on it, folks. I'm working on it. Unfortunately, as far as I know, the second game does not have a hard copy release, so I ended up buying it digitally. I know that the 3rd one and 4th one has a hard copy, I believe. 4th one, yes, I know that one does too, and I think I've seen the 3rd one before in stores. Which, then again, they're kind of cheap, but then again, they're pretty short games. But they have a little bit of replay value to them too, so that's what makes them a little bit more nicer to have. That's one thing. If you're gonna have a short game, like a really short game, please have replay value. I mean, Batman Arkham Asylum is not really necessarily a short game, but even this game has replay value to it too. Same thing with BioShock. Like, those games were not short necessarily, but you can beat them in like a nice little session and come back again and have fun. That's with like Shantae, it's like you beat in like, you know, however long it takes you to beat, like maybe a couple hours or so, and then you're back on track again, playing another playthrough. But they kind of give you an incentive to doing that too. For some reason, off topic here, but kind of back to the video. For some reason, I was just being adult and completely forgot that there was even a crawl space right there. And my voice is starting to kind of give out. What the fuck? I just started recording this morning. Are you serious? It's like every time I start recording, my voice always has to start this shit. I always have something in my throat and it pisses me off. I swear to God. I know, I'm just sitting here basically complaining to this game, but you gotta admit. Oh, I gotta admit. You know, fucking, I kind of want this done. I really do. I don't mean to say that because it's a bad game. I love playing this game. I like playing it by myself. It's just recording it was kind of a, I wouldn't say a waste of time, but just a little bit, because I did waste my time, you know, doing this, I guess you could say. I could have been doing better things, but I was just sitting there just not doing it, pretty much. As usual, just getting a little bit lazy and procrastinating everything, which I'm still trying to think of what God I wanted to do next. Maybe God of War, but if I do God of War, that means I have to actually beat the fucking game. You know, to then unlock God mode, which that kind of irritates me a little bit, though. Is, like, why can't some games either have an unlock cheat code or something? I mean, if you don't want us unlocking the hardest difficulty right away, I get that. You know, I've played Uncharted, I understand that. You know, but something, I don't know, I really wish that games, if they had, like, a super hard difficulty, at least put in a cheat code. Instead of having to beat the game again, just to unlock it. I don't know, something about that just kind of bugs the hell out of me. Like, if anything, like, make it to where the person beats the game, gets a passcode, and then they can use that to unlock the hard mode, if they so wish. And then, you know, they can just remember that passcode, you know, for the rest of their life. And there you go. Just like go to a friend's house, put it in, hard mode, GG. Get a PS3 or PS4, you know, put in passcode, hard mode, GG. There you go, you win. I mean, it's like with, like, if I play a game for the first time, it's no real big bother, because I'm going to be playing the game on normal anyway. And then I'm going to work my way up. Some games, I guess. Now, this is weird. I don't know why the hell the plant tentacle thing was not going backwards, but at least you get to see where it comes from. So that's a little bit of a deal breaker right there. And there it is again. It moved that time for some reason. I was looking back thinking, like, what the fuck? Like, is my game bugged? Which it kind of is now. So it's a good thing I am doing a guide for this. Even though I've actually done a 100% guide on my main channel, but you know, Hardcorian needs some videos. The one thing is, like, I'm still really proud of my Last of Us playthrough, though. I'm still proud of that and my Bioshock one. My Bioshock one, I think, is my most successful of my playthroughs. And that's the thing, too. Like, I say successful as in, like, people commenting, liking, and watching, but nobody really subs, though, because, well, nobody really subscribes to hard, you know, modes. Nobody really subs to these kind of channels. And I think the reason being is because nobody's really generally interested in watching, you know, somebody play through, you know, games upon games that they don't even own or they haven't really played themselves. And, you know, I get that. I totally get that. But, you know, if you're definitely interested in my commentary or something, if you definitely find entertainment out of this, I recommend subscribing because, well, I recommend at least subscribing because I'm very kind of, how do you put it? I procrastinate a lot. So basically, you're not going to see a lot of videos. So your feed probably won't explode. But at the same cost, you won't get to see a lot of videos whenever you feel it. I mean, I don't know. It's one of those... To me, whoever does, like, guides or whatever, I always just say, like, take your time, you know. Like, don't worry about trying to get videos pooped out because... If you want to get videos pooped out, then do a Let's Play channel, which is what I do. I do Let's Plays as well, along with guides. Which I'm thinking about popping in a recording for Doom probably after this, if my voice will actually work with it, which hopefully it will. Now, I guess since we're on a boss fight, I should probably explain how this works. Basically, whenever that little pod shield thing that she has going on there actually opens up, which I'm a complete moron. I thought you have to, like, constantly swing batarangs at it. No, you don't. What I do is I like to do the dodge roll, and then I just, as soon as I see it open up, that's when I throw a batarang, and then I dodge roll as quickly as possible. That way I can avoid the pod shots. Because these little bastards, these things hurt, especially in hard mode. My god. But then again, that's the kind of thing about hard modes that it hurts like fuck. Now, of course, you can just, you know, go into full sprint, but I don't know. I prefer just dodge rolling. Actually, going back on topic of, like, what games I could do next. Maybe I could do Kingdom Hearts, you know, 1.5 on proud mode. I mean, if you guys want. The thing is, like, you guys really don't care. By that, I mean, like, you guys care about my channel. I know you do. I'm just saying you guys don't really mind what I do. Because I've noticed that people who are subbed to me don't really... It's not that they don't talk or anything, which I'm fine with. If you guys don't want to say anything, that's fine. Just watch the video. Just have a good time, relax. That's what we're here for. Just watch me suffer, but at the same time, just get some enjoyment out of it. And I'm fine with that. Thing is, you guys don't tend to really mind what I do on this channel, because like people generally will watch whatever, because like it's taken me how long to freaking upload Batman episode 7, and then people started watching. Like they saw it in their feed and they're like, oh wow, Alex is actually uploading again. Okay, I'll watch. That's awesome. That's what I love about this channel though, and that's what I love about you guys, because you guys don't take me for advantage. You're not like, oh, I really wish that Alex would just fucking upload already. Good God, I'm gonna unsub because he hasn't uploaded for weeks. No, you guys are really nice people, and I have to admit, I mean, like, with my main channel, I have 184 subs at the moment, which is not a lot to a lot of people, but that's a lot to me. And at the same cost, it's like, I kind of feel like those people expect me to upload almost every day, at least almost every week. I had one time where I took a break. I think it was like a couple weeks off for a break, and I had like maybe 1 or 2 people unsub, just because they're douchebags. Just because, like, as soon as somebody's like, oh, you haven't freaking uploaded for, you know, a whole fucking day, I'm just gonna unsub them. I think that's stupid. I really think that's stupid. Thing is, I did die on this part multiple times, but I guess now that I'm kind of decent at it, or actually got past it, I could probably give you some tips. Definitely watch out for the vines. I'm a complete moron. After you get done with that first explosive gel part, you actually get a checkpoint, which will allow you to get health back. And not only that, if you die, you get a full health. So, if you wanted to, you could die on this next part, get your health back, and then do it this way. It's completely up to you guys. But as you noticed already, I'm starting to kind of lean towards, like, the cliff there. Well, the reason being is because you can actually take people, and you could throw them off the cliff, or you can knock them off the cliff. I recommend just punching the shit out of them, because Poison Ivy over here is just going to fucking send her stupid vines on me. Now, here's the thing. I think you only get a chance to hit her like maybe 3 times, and then she, you know, closes up her pod once again, which is a pain in my ass, because once that happens, I have to like freaking wait for her to open her pod thing again, which she only opens it after you take down all the goons. And every single phase is going to have multiple goons, of course. So, like I said, one thing I definitely recommend is trying to get these guys off the cliff. Just try to knock them off. That's probably my best advice. That's kind of stupid advice, but at the same time, that's something that would probably work. And then once you get all those guys taken care of course, her pod will open, and thus you will throw a battering at her dumbass and get some nice little damage on her. But unfortunately, we have to go through this quite a bit. I think we had to do this like 3 or 4 times for her to actually finally be dead, which her health bar is so close to being low too. On like the next part, and it just like it's right there. But nope, the game's like, no, you gotta go through another one, gotta go through like 4 phases of this shit. I'm like, no, I don't feel like it. Oh man. But yeah, like I said, you guys are definitely excellent. Thank you for, I really appreciate you guys watching and just kind of staying calm and just ignoring my stupidity, because like I typically don't get hate or criticism on here. I've gotten criticism before, I've gotten hate before, but it's like, oh well, you know, you don't like the videos, then fuck off. Simple enough. What am I supposed to do? How am I supposed to entertain everybody? I can't do that all the time. I can't always be that one guy that entertains every single person on the internet. If anything, my commentary is basically here just to be here. And, you know, there's one comment I got a while back. I don't exactly want to say what it was or who it was. I don't remember who it was. I don't want to, you know, point fingers or anything like that. But I got one comment saying my commentary was just, you know, utter shit. You know, it's like, then I started thinking like, well, what if I just not do commentary? You know, like, do people really even want this? And that's what kind of made me stop working on my guides too for a bit. Not that common in general, just what I wanted to do. I was like, do I really want to do this? Like, do I really want to do commentary? Do I really not? Like, post-com sucks, kind of, but it's also kind of nice too. And it's funny, like, I used to praise post-com all the time, but now I just feel like, it's easy. That's the thing. It's easy, but man, is it boring. The reason why I say it's boring is because you have to sit here and you have to watch yourself play. You can't play yourself. It's like, what am I supposed to do? I gotta do something, damn it. Well, there we go. That's the end of Poison Ivy, thankfully. She is probably, in my opinion, the hardest boss in the entire game. But that's a good thing. That's a good thing because, you know, she's kind of one of those bosses that takes quite some time and some effort to actually, take down. And, with the other bosses we fought, like Bane and pretty soon Joker, they're not really much of bosses. They're just there, if anything. They're just like Titans. That's all they are. We fight Titans all the time. You get so used to it. It's like that one Titan gimmick, and they run with it, pretty much. So we're almost done with all the upgrades. Of course, I still have like 39 trophies left to get, or Riddler stuff to get after the end of this episode. So there's still plenty more things we have to take care of. But right now, with Poison Ivy taken care of, there's the fireworks that are going off, which will signify that you can go and take down Joker. Now, if you wanted to, you can go fight Joker and start over from the, restart the checkpoint and go grab the rest of the Riddler trophies and such, if you wanted. What I'm going to do is I'm going to be running around for a bit, and I'm going to be collecting some trophies. I'm going to have another video, which it'll be edited, but I don't know if I don't know how edited it's going to be. I might just like cut, until I get to like the location of said Riddler trophy. That way you guys can kind of figure it out. Of course, I can do what I did with my Ratchet and Clank, 2 episode or whatever, and just like show off a map before I go collect them, do like a bonus thing. But nah, fuck it. I'll just give you guys a pretty good, idea of where I'm probably at, and you guys can figure it out from there. I mean, if you have any questions or concerns, just ask me. It's funny how I say it. I sound like I'm a fucking businessman, like a telemarketer or something. No, seriously, if you guys have any questions, just ask. Just feel free to ask. Don't worry about what I'm going to say. I'm a really nice guy. Well, I mean, okay, I'm kind of an asshole, but I mean, like, I'm never an asshole in the comments, just because I know you guys watch, and I don't want to be that guy, with bad first impressions or anything like that. I don't want to be the guy that's like, fuck you, and stupid questions. I mean, I get questions a lot, even on BioShock. I still get questions on BioShock asking, can I do this certain way? Can I do this? Can I do that? And I'm like, yes, no, yes, no. How does Xbox 360 work? And it's like, I don't know. I don't have an Xbox 360. I'm sorry. I can't answer that. That's the thing. You guys are going to remember. I will let you know politely. I'm not a douchebag, trust me. I will answer every question that I can, because I don't have a lot of people commenting. So, I mean, I might not get to your questions or any of your comments at all for like a while. That's because I don't get on Hardcorian as much anymore, because I just don't feel like I need to. I always kind of was just staying away from it, just focusing on my main stuff. But now that I'm getting back into it, now is definitely a good time for me to answer. If I don't answer for a while, it's not because I'm ignoring you. It's because I just haven't seen it yet. That's the problem. I always check after a while. Usually every day I will check my notifications. And now it's becoming kind of a habit. So more than likely I'll see it. Like I said, if you guys are concerned with where a particular Riddler trophy is at, and if I had the answer for it, which I should, I don't know why I wouldn't. If I can figure out your question and I can figure out where exactly it would be at, I'll go ahead and tell you, in the comments, or try to explain the best I can. Which I try to go in detail. I try to be as polite, and I try to have the best grammar. I try to have the best. I try to be professional, pretty much, about my stuff. Yeah, this is the point where I just have nothing to talk about besides my comments. Imagine that. But no, really. Like, in the next video, if I cut most of the stuff out, like if I edit the stuff out and you have no idea where the fuck I'm at, just like I said, feel free to ask. Just be like, hey, Alex, I have no fucking clue where this is at. I have no clue where you found that map at. Please tell me. I'd like to know. But then again, you guys can look it up, on, WikiHow or something. I'm just kidding. You guys can look it up on, like, GameFAQs, which I don't read GameFAQs just because it's funny. You can control F and you can find what you want to find, but sometimes it's like, I just don't want to go through all that reading. It's not because I hate reading. It's just because I don't want to go through that particular reading. That stuff's just kind of annoying. Because it's like I'm trying to find something very specific, and I want to see a video of how to do it, because I'm a visual learner. I'm not that kind of guy that likes to read on how to do stuff, like reading instructions. I just want to see somebody else show me how to do it than me reading it. Which is kind of what happened with my PS4. Is we set it all up. We found where the bolts were, which are there's these little sticky pads in the back. If you have a PS4 and you have not taken out the screws yet, in the back, there's these little black slabs that look like they're probably stickers. You can rip those off. Like I said, it's on the back. You'll find it. Don't worry. PS4 Pro, I have no idea. PS4 original, as far as I know, yeah. I bought a hard drive and everything for it. The hard drive works. The Databank Plus, it works. It all works. The problem is, for some strange reason, my internet fucked up. My internet just was like, nope, I can't work. And I'm like, what? Why? Why are you not working? Now, here's the thing. If anybody has any idea of how to fix this, then I'd like to know. If you're watching, if you have any idea, please let me know, because I have no clue what the fuck I fucked up. We set it all up. It was just fine and dandy. It's just all of a sudden, like, I get on, I try to connect to any router, but the system would not let me do it. And I've looked up the error codes and everything. People were telling me to do this and that. Somebody said, call up your internet provider and have them reset the modem. But the problem is, it's not my modem, and these people will not do that. So I'm kind of fucked on that one. I'm pretty much stuck with a 2 terabyte hard drive and nothing to do with it. Unless I go to like GameStop or whatever and buy like one of those SATA 52 hard drives that they sell there, the internal hard drives, and just put that one in myself and just use it like a memory card, just like, take it out, put it back in. That I could probably do, but it's actually not that hard. Like, once you start doing it, it's not that hard to take it out, really. Because really, it's just like a simple, you slide off the casing, you pull it out, push that one in, and bam, you're done. Which I might just end up going buying one of those instead and just have that as like a fucking memory card and just have those stored somewhere on standby just in case I ever need to, get some extra hard drive space going on, because these fucking things don't have external hard drives to them. That pisses me off a lot. Oh my god, like, why can't it have external hard drives? And, as much as... Okay, look, I don't hate the Xbox. Okay, I don't hate Xbox, I just hate Xbox fanboys. I hate fanboys in general. Same thing with Nintendo fanboys. Same thing with PlayStation fanboys. You guys are a bunch of dicks. By that, I mean, like, the guys that are, like, so fucking hardcore up the ass about a certain system or console. That's annoying, okay? Look, we're all in the same boat together. I mean, objectively speaking, of course PC, you would think would be better. Yeah, I get that. I see why. I understand it, okay? It's not that I don't accept it as fact. It's just I don't care. I like having a controller in my hand. And people are like, well, you can, play PC games with the controller in your hand that way. Yes, I know. But there's a certain charm and a feeling about playing games on a console compared to a PC. I just don't know. I like having... it's funny, like, you can pretty much set up your computer like a console. I get that, okay? It's just that, to me, PlayStation has trophies, and I enjoy consoles for some... It's hard to explain. I can't fight it, but all I can say is just let me play what I want to play, and that's that, okay? I had an Xbox One, it crapped out on me, I got rid of it, good enough. I got rid of it before it actually fucking fully crapped out. I was like, you gotta go. You're causing problems. And I also just wanted to kind of get rid of some friends too. Let's just admit that. That's one reason, but it actually was starting to fuck up a little bit. Like, it would not let me... There is a problem with, like, the game loadings and stuff like that, and it's just fucked up. But I bought a used one, so that's on me. That's my fault. I'm not blaming Xbox for that, but it's on me. Actually, I originally was going to buy an Xbox One. Get this. You guys saw this coming, didn't you? I was originally going to get an Xbox One to own Sunset Overdrive, which I bought. And also, well, the Rare Replay I also bought with that too. I also wanted to buy Scalebound. I fucked up the name of it. Like, look, it's already erased from history. It's already going to erase from my name. And what the fuck are they doing in there? Oh my god, these fucking brats. Well, anyway, so Scalebound pretty much got canceled. And it's been a sad time in gaming history right now. Like, as of last year and this year so far. And I want to make mention of this. I mean no disrespect, okay? I mean no disrespect about this whatsoever. This is going to come out of nowhere. But I sincerely mean this. There was a YouTuber that I watched every so often. I say every so often. He's kind of like the Godfather Dictator. Go check him out. Go check out Big Benedict. Go check out Seraphim17. If you don't know how to spell that, that's like Seraphim. Go check these guys out. They're great. They make great content. They make content like me. Go check them out. There was another YouTuber. He went by the name Hato, okay? I'm sure somebody's gonna fucking blow up on me about this. I mean no disrespect about this whatsoever. He recently passed away. He passed away, I think, a couple months ago. He had pancreas problems, I believe, from what I've read from the comments. And the thing is, it's always sad to see a fellow member of the community go. And, you know, I wanted to grow my channel to be like them. These people that I watched, even though I didn't really watch Hato that much, or I don't really watch Bick that much anymore, I usually find people through Bick. Bick's the one that always tells me about certain people. And I watch them. And I enjoy their content. They make good content, even though most of them are, you know, not everybody's. That's a good thing too. There's a distinguishing, like, their accents. There's a lot of them that have a lot of different accents, and that's what makes it kind of more distinguishable and kind of cool too. It's like you get all these people doing the same thing than you, but from all around the world, pretty much. Well, anyway, I just want to say, you know, if you can go watch his videos, it seems like a douche move on my end. Be like, yeah, go watch his videos because he's gone, you know. No, fuck that. I'm saying, like, he only had 343 subscribers, and then he happened to pass away. And, you know, there's nothing that we can do about it. There's nothing I could have done about it. I didn't know the guy personally, of course, you know. Like I said, I mean no disrespect, and I feel really bad for talking about this on a YouTube video. But I want to let you guys know what would have happened, or what happened. And just in case you didn't know or didn't hear, or if you watched them and you were curious about what happened, then that's the only information that I have. I don't own all the information. Don't ask me. If you want to ask somebody, well, I definitely don't recommend asking Bick. I mean, Bick seems to be taking it pretty hard right now because they were basically friends, it seemed like. There was another guy that Bick was talking to that also does hard videos as well, like guides as well. I don't remember his name. Fuck. Well, anyway, I'm subbed to him too. I subbed to this guy too because I enjoy watching people play games on the hardest difficulty, especially no damage runs. There's this new guy I watch. His name is Jalot. It's Gellot. He does no damage runs. He has no commentary, I believe, or she, whatever it is. I don't know. I think it's probably more likely. I assume it's a guy, like most of YouTube is. But then again, I could be wrong. Who knows? I'm assuming it's probably a male. Now, here's the thing. He does no damage runs for bosses and stuff, and it's fucking amazing. He's a fucking amazing guy. He does a lot of 2D stuff, and it's awesome. And I love it. I praise it for it. But like I said, if you can, take the time to find these channels and subscribe or just watch. Like, even if you don't watch it, just subscribe. That's what I do usually. It's like I'll just sub just to sub. That way, if something comes up in my feed that looks interesting, you know, like The Evil Within or something, it's like that comes up. It's like, I want to watch that. Like when Bick was doing The Evil Within, and now he's doing Sons of Rome, which, Rise, Sons of Rome, which looks okay. It's just, I'm not too particularly interested in it because I didn't really play it myself, so it's like, okay. You know, I'll watch for the entertainment factor just to see what the game's about, and that's about it. You know, I don't mean to be a douche or anything like that. I'm just letting you guys know what happened, and there you go. That's all I can say. Again, no disrespect to anybody, just trying to get channels out there and trying to give people shout outs, and just watch somebody and enjoy them for them, and then if you like the guides, then you like the guides. There you go. Anyway, folks, without further ado, I hope you'll enjoy it. I will see you guys in the next episode of Batman Arkham Asylum on Hard. And as always, take care, everybody.